Mr. Donnie Katana.
Hey, what's up?
Yo. Welcome to the podcast, bro.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. How we doing?
I'm great, man.
We've already had a full conversation.
Yeah,
we've had the same conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome back to episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
Lost not found.
Yes, sir.
Yup.
Let's jump right into it.
Yes.
All right, I want to know how you started music.
How did I start music?
I think the world does too.
Music. How did I start music?
Or, you know, how did you get into it?
It's just always been a part of my life, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't the most, like, I don't know, formal, you know, but music was just around. So I guess that's the best way. I feel like how everybody just, it's like around us, bro. There's like so much that we can get into that's around us. And you just sort of just either attract to it or, you know, you move towards it and you get interested in it. Cause like, bro, like, I don't know, like, it's like a pine cone right there. Like, you see pine cones on trees every day.
Yeah.
Then you could really, you know, love pine cones. Like, you're like, yo, I love pine cones. So I guess it's the same way with music. Like, you know, it was always playing around me. Like, my dad always had it playing, or mom, or whoever I was with. Like, it'd be in cars, and I really enjoyed it. So, yeah, I guess that's the best way how I got into music. Like, it's something I was just interested in. Like,
I feel like that's everybody. Because for me, I just had it in the house.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like always playing.
Yeah.
And then my dad signed me up for guitar lessons.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah.
I had violin lessons in like the 6th grade.
Really?
It was cool, but then my teacher, like, I don't know. I don't think she got married, but like she was in a healthy relationship. So her and her boyfriend just like moved to like, I don't know, somewhere in like the Midwest, like far. So when she left, there was nobody to teach violin, so I just didn't do it no more. I did it for like a year. Yeah,
was that something that you wanted to do that? The
violin? I wanted to play the bass.
Yeah.
And it was like 5 kids in the class, and they were like 4 basses. Like, they had an issue. Yeah. And I was like they were like, so who's gonna leave? And it seems like the 4 other kids were friends in the class. Damn. So they looked at me like, who's gonna leave?
That motherfucker playing the violin.
Yeah. I was like, yo, this is crazy, bro. Like, dang. But hey, I ended up playing the violin. I was like, yo, whatever. I don't need this big fat bass on my back anyway. Like, so yeah, I ended up playing the violin, and I played it for like a year. And
went from playing violin to making Playboy Cardi beats.
Yeah, just making, you know, just making beats in general. Like, yeah, for real, man. Like, from violin to just beats. You know, it wasn't like that. Like, I left freaking 6th grade and we were like, yeah,
time to cook up.
Yeah, we turning it up, man. But
yeah,
that was one of the most like, I don't know, formal introductions to music I had. Like, I was like reading music and stuff like that. What else? I mean, when I was in like the 7th or 8th grade, not too sure what the brand of the keyboard was, but a lot of keyboards have this where it's like a black and white screen. It looks like a calculator. Yeah. And it'll show you like the notes and everything, and you could like learn songs like by pressing like the corresponding note, like the note that it shows. Oh, that's actually nice. Yeah, so cool. Like, I did that for a little bit in like the 7th grade, I think, 7th, 8th. Yeah. And let me think. Is there anything else formal?
When did the beat start? What year was that? Do you remember?
It probably was middle school. Really? Because like when dubstep was like big, like Skrillex, I was like, bro, you made this off of a computer? Like, like, you can make music like this? So I was like super hype, and I was looking up probably like music programs and stuff like that. And I just came across like FL, and like
FL.
Yeah. I came across FL. And I downloaded like dubstep drum kit. Like, I was like, yo, we're making it out the hood with this one. Like, so I got it, and it was just like dragging loops in there. Yeah. And that was it. Like, I'd put like a dubstep drum loop in like a freaking like something already like pre-made, and I rendered it, and I was like, yo, this is lit. And I remember this is so funny, but like when I made it, I remember like exporting it and everything. And I used to like work with my dad like on the weekends. Like, we would do he did subcontracting, so like we'd like do that, and I would get paid from it. And I remember one time I played him a beat, and he was like, this is nice, like this is really cool. He was like, somebody could pay you for it. And he was handing me $20. I was like, oh my gosh, did you pay me for this beat? He was like, oh, like here's your pay from subcontracting. I was like, wow. But I remember that moment. I was like, you can make money from this. That's like one of the earliest moments of it. But like, wow. So I like mess around in FL just sort of just casually. But
are you still in FL?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned earlier Ableton. I didn't know if you made the switch.
I have it. I like the sound kits on there.
Yeah, like the way they're organized.
Or like quantizing a sample, but I like I felt it lets you put down your ideas a bit quicker. Like Ableton, if I make something in Ableton, it's because I'm like really taking my time with something.
Mm-hmm.
But FL, when I really want to get an idea out and just like, build up off of it and like just like that momentum, like I feel like the momentum is just there a bit more fast paced. So it's like it's more exciting.
Especially I feel like for the type of music you like to make.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's like more exciting. You just like sort of just keep going. Like Ableton is when you're just like chilling and you're like, all right, let me build this. Like you're really listening to something like probably like 10 minutes at a time, like working on something. Like you build something slow.
Yeah, it's a good point. I've always wanted to switch to Ableton. These are the music softwares. But I don't know, bro. It's just terrifying having to like learn a whole new DAW. Yeah, because I was on FL for a little bit. But
Logic. Yeah, you're on Logic. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the most basic of them all.
No, Logic. When I think of Logic, I think of like pop music.
Oh, really?
I would think of pop music. Yeah.
Yeah, Logic was just the first one. It was just easiest to get into.
But yeah. So with beats, right? I for a while, like I just used FL casually, like really just messing around, like tweaking with stuff or messing around with little funny kits, like little random drum kits, but nothing like too, I don't know, like nothing too, like, I never dropped anything. Yeah. I never released anything. I don't even really remember actually completing most of the stuff I did.
Like everything just kind of sat on the computer.
Yeah, I just sort of just messed around with it.
Yeah.
And so super fast forward, maybe like I'm messing around with it more in high school. Like I remember like the 12th grade, like I was just like messing around with like 808 Mafia, like like Southside Kids and stuff like that. Yeah. And I remember actually using VSTs. Like I downloaded Nexus and like I made beats like that. Just all types of VSTs, and I was just messing around. And then that's when I started actually completing stuff. But I never actually shared it to anyone. Like I would just finish something and like export it, or maybe just play it in person. But I never actually sent anything out. Like I made this
or posted on like YouTube or anything. Yeah.
So like not ninth grade. Like freshman year of college, what happens? Freshman year of college, I go to this like orientation thing, and I'm just like messing around at Ableton there, and I remember just making beats, like just listening to SoundCloud. Like I was listening to a bunch of like Melty Cannon and just like I remember like he had that song with Father, just SoundCloud. Like it was just like a wave going on. Not even a wave. It was just like a culture.
It was that like. This would have been what, like 2016, 17?
Yeah, like 2015,
like when the Uzi sound was a big thing. Like that was his best. I know exactly what phase you're talking about.
So like I remember just cooking up Ableton there, and I just like was just growing in my skills there. I was messing around in Ableton, but I was using FL2 on a Mac. I believe so, but I remember using Ableton though, like just messing around. I don't know if I ever rendered anything. I made mixes. Yeah, that's what happened. In high school, I made mixes on Ableton, and that's what sort of got me more into making beats. Like, I'd, like, make mixes, like, sort of like DJ mixes, right? Like, playlists, And I would, like, slow them and just, like, work on it in Ableton and add little effects and stuff like that, too, like, just to the master. Like, maybe, like an EQ or something like that. I don't know if it was a compressor. I don't think it was a compressor. I wasn't using them back then. But, EQs and stuff. So I did that. Messed around in Ableton. I believe I may have made some beats in Ableton. I'd have to go to the laptop to see, but I know I was just messing around and making mixes for sure. And so from there, that's like the last time I really did it. And I just remember just messing around with beats randomly. And so super fast forward, I'm like sophomore in college, and I'm like 19, and I remember just I got a job. at FedEx, like.
Driving the truck?
No. I was at the airport, and I was like the guy that would operate the machinery, like, with like cargo or whatever from FedEx, like big metal cans, like driving stuff around, or it was like multiple jobs. Like you're just operating machinery, to be honest. Yeah. And like Kevin, he got me into that job, and the
one who's in
Kevin Katana, yeah.
Okay.
And I remember he was like, out of the blue, he just wanted to make beats, and he just started doing it. And he was like he would just call me, like he'd ask me like, yo, like how you do this thing, because like he heard like some of the beats I made. Yeah. And I would just tell him, oh yeah, this is how you do hi-hats, or like this is how you like cut 808 so it's not overlapping and stuff. And like he really got into it, And I remember he made a channel and like he posted stuff on there. And I remember he came to FedEx. He was like, "Yo, this is crazy." Like he was like, "Yo, you know you can make money like posting on YouTube and whatnot." And I was like, "For real?" Like he was like, "Yeah." Like he's like, "I got like a fan base now. Like people really like the stuff I'm putting out." Like,
so he was before you.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
Yeah. So like he was putting stuff out. I was like, "For real?" I was like, "All right." Like he was like, "Yo, you should do it too." Like he was like, "Yo, you know how to make beats." Like he's like, "You should do it, bro." Like he's like, "Yo, you good at it. Like go for it, right?"
Yeah.
So I'm like, "All right, I'll do it." And I made my channel like 2017 officially, like late 2017. Like it was like around December, like around Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
And I dropped my first beat, and that's what got me started doing it. That's what got me started doing it, because Kevin was like posting, and then like he just told me about it. I was like, all right, like I'm gonna like lock in and like learn to do it.
Yeah, especially if he was asking you how, like, for all this advice.
Yeah, because I already knew back then. I just didn't know it was you could post.
That's dope.
Did you come up with Katana, or did he?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, gotcha.
And that was my name originally, like my first like name and everything. Like it was Donnie Katana. And,
wow.
One day he texted me. He was like, "Cause his name used to be Kevin Waves," and he was like, "Bro, I'm about to add Katana to the end of my name." He said, "Bro, let's just do like a collective." I was like, "Yeah, screw it, like
just
Katana
like
Worldwide, yeah." And
wow.
Yo, like it was just so funny because he was like he was like straight with it. So like I just continue, like I'm posting beats. And like the third beat I posted got like 100K after like a couple weeks. Yeah,
Wow.
like the third, fourth beat I posted. And
that fast,
mm-hmm.
bro. It took me like a year, to get views like that.
Yeah. Like I remember, like I was getting views like when I first started, and I sort of just didn't really take it that seriously back then.
Yeah,
like I was just like posting like monthly, bro. Like maybe like every 3 weeks. So I really enjoyed it, but I wasn't really being like the most consistent because I didn't really know about it. Like I didn't know much about how YouTube works or anything.
Yeah, you didn't understand the fact that like you got all these views. You might as well keep going.
Yeah, and I remember like Kevin was just like he just kept going, like he was just growing and growing, and he was just making money from beats. And I remember one of the funniest days while he was still working at FedEx, like it was like a summer day. I don't think I came into work that day, or he came in at a different time or something, and he saw hella boxes. Like it was like summer, like 90 degrees. He saw hella boxes. He was a package handler, so you had to throw the boxes in the container. I was the one that just drove it away. Yeah. And I remember one day he saw all them boxes and he was like, "Yo, nah." Like he pulled up to work. He pulled up to work and he left. He He didn't clock out enough. He clocked in and just ran, bro. Wow. And he was just done. And he was like, "Yo, I'm just doing beats," like, cause he was making money from it. He was like, "Bro, like I'm just doing beats." Like,
yeah, I don't blame him.
Yeah,
bro. The same thing happened to me. I don't know if I told you this. You remember when you got YouTube monetization unlocked?
Yeah,
so you could like see how much you're making a day.
Yeah.
I was making like $30 a day.
Yeah.
Next day I walked into my job and I was like, "Yo, I quit."
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm on. Like I made it.
Yeah, yo. It was so funny when he left because I was like, "Yo," like, like he left and his manager was, because it was such a busy day. He needed every worker. Did
you leave too, or you stayed?
I didn't leave.
Oh, you weren't even there. You said
I wasn't even there because I had an easier job.
Right.
Like it was real easy. Like I would just be seeing people in there just like throwing boxes and stuff. And I'd be like, "Dang!" Like I still had to do it sometimes.
Yeah.
But like I was like, "Dang!" Like,
but it wasn't like your sole job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I was just the guy that drove it. But like on one day, I had to do it. That was actually one of the main reasons why I left. Because I didn't like doing it. I didn't like throwing the boxes on. I'm like, "Yo, this is crazy." Like, nah.
Did you leave? Like, when did you get consistent? To the point where it was like, okay, I can make like money off of this.
Wow, I left actually because I got a scholarship from my school.
Wow.
And I was like doing like the numbers and everything, and the refund I had, I was like, "Yo, I could survive through the semester with this." Because I still stay with my parents, so like it was just money I had for like gas and just food and stuff.
Like you don't need that much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I left. I just left like respectfully, like, cause I would have stayed too. That's really funny. I would have stayed, but there was like this one shift they had, on Sunday. Like I worked Sundays, but the load would be lighter for like material handlers because there's not that much freight coming in.
Yeah.
Like on Sunday, but they make us stay for like another like 3 to 5 hours until 12 in the morning, like just sorting boxes, bro. And I remember I just hated it so much because I'm like, bro, like they really, like that's not even our job, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's technically like, you know, in the fine print, like you could also do this too if we need you. But it's like they were finessing it, like, you know, like
they were taking advantage of the fact that you were there.
I was like, nah, bro, like So I left respectfully, and I like gave up the uniform and everything. It was this fire FedEx jacket. I wish I kept like, because it was like if you keep it, like, oh, like FedEx could like, it was just so much stuff. Like they were like, oh, and like I was just young. I was like, oh, I don't want to have a bad rep with this company because I was doing computer science. I was like, you never know how it could work. Like you don't want to burn no bridges. Like, because at the time I was still really locked into like school heavy, and I was like, hey, I might, because I built like relationships with people there. I was like, I could probably do a whole nother thing, like not even working.
So the beats weren't even the focus
at that time. At the time, it wasn't, bro.
Wow.
And so I'm doing computer science. Like I'm still dropping every now and then. I guess you could say like fast forward a year. So I'm at what's it called? Like I'm in college. You know, I got a scholarship and everything. I'm doing cool. Like I'm dropping a bit more consistently.
Yeah.
But like the views were like, they were still pretty good, to be honest, because I had like maybe a K or two, and I was still getting like a cool 1,000 or like 2,000 per view, like views per beat. But it wasn't like nothing crazy, like the 100K I had, and I didn't hit that for a while.
Yeah.
And I remember just one day I had this internship I did. I had two, bro. One I really loved. And I was sort of dropping beats whenever. I dropped a tape with Kevin, actually. We made like a beat tape together.
Damn.
Yeah. It was called what was it called?
You drop it on like Spotify or YouTube?
YouTube.
Okay.
It was called Brothers in Arms.
And that's a sick name.
And it was fire. I did that at the internship I liked. So fast forward from that internship, because I was still really locked into like the computer science stuff I was doing. I was like, yo, this is cool.
Yeah.
And I was just vibing out. And then I had this one internship. Dude, I hated it. And then I saw like my peers, like people I was knowing, just like growing so much. And I was just like, bro, like, I'm like, I've been doing this for like a year and a half now. I'm like, yo, it's time to like go up. Like, what's going on? Like why was I not going up? But I was just like real myself. I was like, let me see why. Like, it's a reason why I'm not.
Yeah, like especially if everyone else is growing.
And I'm like, yo, I know my stuff is good. So it's like, there's a reason behind it. So I just like, bro, I like locked into just learning how YouTube works. Like, dude, like making my beats sound better. For the longest time I had like Fruity Limiter on my master, so my kicks never hit right. Like I was using like the default FL like plugin, like not plugin, the preset, like the project file. And dude, I was like, I took that off, and like my stuff started hitting like way better. It was just all types of stuff I was learning just to get my sound right, and just like my sound, you know.
Like each beat you learn one new little thing, and it's like, all right.
And I remember I got to this internship that I like, dude, like I hated it. It wasn't the job per se. Like the job was easy, and it paid like way more than my last one. Like I was making like, for a college student, I was making some pretty cool money like at that internship. And I just remember I hated the culture. Like it was actually out here in Columbia. And I just hated the culture. And I was like, bruh, like I was like, I remember it was a winter internship. I legit was like so just messed up. Like it was just like I was in the office, like no windows. Like I would leave out at night every day.
So it's like dark when you go in.
Yeah, like I'm
dark when you leave.
It's just quiet. I'm in like an office with straight white walls and stuff. And it's just that one company, but like I was just like, bro, like this cannot be my life. Like so like I remember it was winter. I get out of winter and I'm just like, you know, just still cooking up casually. And then I go back for the summer. And then that's when I like start like really feeling better. And then I just see like just like all my peers growing. I'm like, yo, like something has to give. And then I just don't like the culture of that one company I was at. So I was just like, bro, like that's when it shifted, like college shifted to like literally like plan B. And I was like just off of just straight faith, bro. Like I was like, yo, I'm doing this, like just straight heart, just straight, like it was just something I knew. Like I was like, this is what I want to do. Like, you know, like you just start something good. And it's, you don't have like a thing telling you how it's going to end. You just like, bro, I'm putting my all into this.
Shit, so, we still don't know how.
Yeah. I mean, like for anything, for everything, bro. Like you can go outside, it could be a freaking 10 school buses on fire. Like you don't know what you know what's gonna happen. But it's just like, it's just when you have that, I don't know, when you have that mindset and you're really tapped in to your good potential, that's all you start seeing. That's all you start seeing is good opportunities, and it begins to just you know, it accumulates, and all those good things you do, all that work you put in, it stacks and stacks and stacks, and you're better than where you were before. So I was just like, all right, bro, like I'm locking in, bro. I'm dropping consistently. I was like, I'm dropping like every 2 to 5 days, like and I was like, from that point, I was like, there's not gonna be a day in my life where I don't post past 2 weeks. And I just started dropping consistently, and then that's when like I started growing. And then even then I was like also collaborating with people too.
Yeah.
Like bigger producers. Like I was collaborating with like Guala. Jaro was bigger at that time too. Jaro. Like frequently with Kevin too. Like just mad producers that were like bigger than me, and like I just started just growing from that. Like
you probably experienced the same thing, similar to what I did, where you were working with all these people who at one point were like, you looked up to them, they were bigger than you, and then you passed them all.
I mean, like,
you know, because you got a pretty big one.
Yeah, like channel. just like, I guess you could say channel numbers and stuff, but like that doesn't really show somebody's like.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I know producers with 3,000 subscribers who make some of the coldest beats of all time. And I'm like, damn, I wish I could make this.
yeah. Like it's like, bro, like I did that, and I was just growing, bro. And I remember it was so beautiful how it happened too. I remember I left the internship, my beats was just growing. I gained like maybe like 1 or 2K subs, maybe 3K, and oh my gosh, like bro, it was just like such a. It was like I don't know, like a message. Like I just got like sent a message like to my brain directly. Yeah. Like I just knew it was gonna work out. So I never moved like, I don't know, just worried or nothing. Like I was like, yo, this is gonna work out. Like, and I remember I have like a Discord, like a Katana Discord. I was in there and I remember just talking to somebody. I was like, bro, I have like 2-3K subs right now. That was while I was in the internship, and I was like, before the summer's over, I'm gonna have 10K. Like I don't know how. Like my views were like way lower back then. Yeah. Whatever. I was like, I'm gonna have 10K subs before the summer's over. Like I don't know how, but I am. Like I'm just locked in. And bro, I remember just dropping beats and I was just growing and growing.
Yeah.
And so the internship ends. I think I leave a week earlier because I was going on a family vacation. That same time when I was leaving the internship, I was having like my videos like growing way more than what they were before. Like I'm getting like 50K, like 100K. Like I hit my first 100K after a while.
Wow.
And I'm like, nice. Bro, like I'm growing, right? So I dropped this. I think I dropped this beat before vacation, maybe a little after vacation, right? But on vacation, I'm dropping the craziest beats. They all going crazy, bro. Like I dropped this one beat, just numbers. Another beat, like numbers. And it's like vacation. I'm in like a new surrounding. I'm just happy. And like everything I dropped is just going crazy.
You were cooking up on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And like I remember one beat, it was called like Jet Lag. And when I was making it, I didn't know what to do for the drums, right? But my girlfriend was with me. And I had like an MPK thing. And I was like, I remember just giving her the keyboard. I was like, hey, just like press whatever. Like just punch in whatever. Like if it sound cool, wow. It sound cool. Like I'll be back. Like I went away for 5 minutes. I came back. And she was like, yeah, like I punched it in. And I heard it. I was like, yo, like I was working on the 808s for like 20 minutes. And she put in like the craziest 808 pattern. And I remember just like working with that and finishing that beat. And that beat like went crazy, bro. Like,
wow. You give her credits on it or what?
Like, no, I didn't give her no credits, bro. I sort of just buy her stuff. I just bought her stuff. But like that beat went crazy and everything I dropped on vacation went crazy. Like I remember it was the first time like stuff was consistent, like views.
Yeah.
I was noticing like just like my IG growing, just all types of stuff, like placements, like
fast too in the beginning.
Yeah. Like everything was just growing, bro. And it was just crazy. Like I was like, bro, like this is really happening. Like I went from like getting like, I don't know, like maybe a sale every week, 2 weeks, which is super awesome, especially in the beginning, to like seeing it consistent. Like I'd see like people on my store like way more. Like Track Train, I was using Track Train at the time, and Track Train like just gave out analytics, and I was like getting like 5 to like 10,000 views like a month like on my store, which is way more from what I had before. It was like, dude, like maybe 100, 200.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, like this is really growing, like. And just from there, bro, it just went crazy. I remember, I don't know if it was after the vacation, during, or before. I dropped this one beat. This is a beat that really put me on. It was a beat called Turbo. I think I dropped it on that vacation. If not, shortly after or before, whatever. It was around that time period.
Yeah.
Maybe after. I don't know. Before, during, after, whatever. And I dropped it. And that was like the first video I had that ever hit 1 million views. Like,
wow.
It went crazy.
Huge.
And then from there, hey,
yo,
I just kept growing from there. I'm still growing from there, yeah.
It's funny because the exact, like almost to a T, the way you just described it, I went on vacation in Costa Rica. Yeah. And while I was there, that's when my channel started going crazy. Yeah. And then I came back and like you have that momentum just didn't stop for like a year.
Yeah.
And like you said, you go from making like a sale a week to like 5-6 sales a day. And then it's just like, you're like, all right, this has to stop soon. And then it just keeps going.
It just keeps going, bro.
Yeah.
You just got that momentum. And that's like, bro, I've been sticking to that ever since that day. Like in the office, I was like, I'm not I'm not ever gonna not post for 2 weeks. Never, like for the rest of my life.
It's
like
a good goal to have.
Yeah, like never.
Because I feel like that's achievable.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did like a couple months where I did every day.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, it's so difficult.
It is, yeah.
Every day.
That
much. Every day was crazy.
Yeah,
But,
I ain't never do every day.
Yeah.
Maybe every 2, but every day, nah.
I've been on 3 times a week. That's kind of been my.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah.
And, bro, I just remember just from that point, it just. I'm here now, bro. Like, just kept growing. Like, everything kept growing, bro.
Still growing.
Yeah, still growing, yeah.
Have you noticed like a slowdown at all as you've gotten bigger?
As I've gotten bigger.
Because I feel like in the beginning, like, you have the whole audience. Like, you can tap into everything. But, like, the audience is only so big.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you get past, like, 50, 60, 70, 80,000, it's like, how many... I always wonder, like, how many more people is there to reach, you know?
Yeah, like, it's just one thing that I know is, like... One thing that holds people back, bro, is, like... This is something that I read, right? And... I don't even remember verbatim. But basically, a lot of people sort of mess themselves up because they see who is the highest at something. And they think that's the limit for that thing. But, like, the truth is, bro, like, there are people who could surpass that. Like, you have the potential to do that. You can do it. There's not no reason why it won't happen if you go for it. You can go past that. And that's just how I really just move, bro. Because, like, it's possible.
Because
like,
you think there's a ceiling. Because, like, all right, this is the biggest guy in a game.
Yeah,
so
it's self-made, bro. And then when you think about it, like, bro, you're posting onto a platform with, like, billions of people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can reach billions of people, bro.
That's gold,
off
man.
of beats. Like, you can make it trending. Like, you can make it trending. Like, you can make it from something that was just, like, you know, something only artists did to, like, now everybody doing it. Like, everybody is, like, rapping on beats. Like, more people get into music. You can make that. You can make more people really get into music. You could help cultivate it. You know, you can't make somebody do anything, but you could help.
I know what you mean. You get influence to the whole culture of it.
You can influence it and grow way beyond what you think.
Shit like what just happened with, you see Batman and Cole?
Yeah.
J. Cole? That's wild.
Yeah,
like,
that's
imagine
cool.
how many, we have, it's the same thing what we do. There's this producer named Batman who, J. Cole, like, used a YouTube beat.
Wow.
Which, like, I don't know. I don't want to say, like, we're YouTube producers because I don't believe in that. We're just producers. But, like, people put this stigma around, like, guys who do what we do. And the fact that one of the most legendary rappers of all time used, like, a beat from YouTube. It just, like, made everyone go, oh.
Yeah,
like, these guys are exactly the same as everybody else in the industry.
Yeah, I remember I was talking to Snot about that.
Really?
He was talking to me for real. And he was like, bro, like, he said, like, you know how many views you got on your channel, bro? Like, he was like, it'd be a lot of big artists that go on YouTube and just don't use it.
Imagine who's seen your video.
Yeah, like, he was like, bro, like, so many people probably saw your videos. Like, people you don't even think, bro. Like,
me and Stoic talk about that all the time.
Yeah,
it's
like,
damn.
Like, he was like, they have seen it. Like, he was like, yo, it's not even no maybe. Like, they have seen it. Like, 45. Like, I have probably like 40. Like, at this recording, right? I think total channel views, I have like 45 million total views.
Solid.
And it's like, yo, somebody like heard my stuff, bro.
For sure.
And sometimes like I'll talk to artists or whatever, and they'll be like, yeah, bro, like, I've been listening to you for XYZ art. For instance, Hendrick, the artist he signed, right?
Yes.
Tana Leone. I hit him up and he said, yo, bro, like, I've been rapping on you and Kevin's beats for like the longest. Like, he was like, I've been rapping on your beats for like 2 years, like, for the longest. Like, y'all really were a part of me, like, developing my sound. Like, I remember him saying that. I was like, bro, like, I hear that a lot. Like,
yeah, that's what we were saying before we started recording.
Yeah.
Like, like, our names are, we're at the top of the type beat community.
Yeah.
And our names are like in that 1% where it's like most people have at one point in their life typed in a type beat that you made. Yeah. Did a freestyle on it and like, or maybe made a record.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't know
who
that
like,
was.
Bro, like, there's a lot of people that do, like, sometimes I'll like a picture of somebody who's maybe blowing up or whatever, and they'll be like, hey, like, yo, I've been rapping beats for so long. Like, they'll hit me, I'll be like, what? Like, like, they know about me. Like, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like, but that's what you get. Like, you're sort of halfway anonymous.
It hits differently too when it's someone like, you know, Deontay Hitchcock.
You gotta tell me about him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, he's so fire.
Yeah.
But he's like an artist I really love listening to, and like this put it in perspective because like I was just on like Instagram. Yeah. And I like clicked on his account. I didn't follow him. Yeah. And you know how it says like follow back if they follow you.
Yeah.
I was like, like I was just listening to him 2 days earlier. And I was like, damn, it'd be sick to like have a record with him.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, I find out he's following me, and it made like the bubble feel so much smaller because I was like, oh, like someone I really like listening to knows who I am. It's like maybe like this goes a little further than I thought it did.
Yeah. Like, bro, like the impact is huge.
Yeah.
And when you realize that, like you realize that people love you, I feel like a lot of people don't realize that, like that they are loved for real. Like there's a group of people out there that genuinely like what you do. And when you realize that, bro, like your potential is like freaking unlimited, bro.
Yeah, that's fuel to the fire.
Yeah. You've also done a really good job at cultivating that. Like I've always put a big emphasis on it, but at least from external, I mean, I don't know how you feel about it, but I think like you, between the Discord, how you like have your following, you're very interactive. Yeah. Like you take it seriously, it seems like.
Yeah, because that's what it is. Like I'm really thankful for everybody, bro. Like if like I really mean it too. Because it's like, I don't know, I feel like some people just feel like they gotta say like, oh, I hit this, like let me give my
let me
give a speech here. Yeah. But nah, like I'm really thankful, bro. Like I think that's one thing that people really like I always get this, like whenever I talk to people, they be like, dang man, like you really are like you really like are just a real guy. Like you're not like they always just like, yo, you're not like typical like ego producer or whatever. Like like cause I'm like, bro, why would I be like that? Like like for real, like nah, there's no point in being like that, bro. Like
we're just all people at the end of the day.
Oh, you say it again? You said people what?
I said we're just all people.
Yeah, that's for real. Like we just people at the end of the day.
So it's like I don't
I'm about to take my hoodie off.
Go ahead. Take a quick second.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it warms up in here quick.
Yeah. I was like, let me get right.
All right, we're back at it. Now, what I was going to say is I feel like, I don't know, I've noticed it a lot in the music industry. Is like, there's all these divisions of like, like, I don't know, producers are looked at one way, artists are in a certain way, whether you're big or small. I never liked that. I feel like when you're in a room to create, the sole focus should, let's focus on what we're making. I don't care how famous you are, how you have nothing, like, you know, it's like, it's stupid.
Yeah. And it's just like,
I feel like it's overlooked a lot.
And just being that change, that really matters. Like being that change, like, bro, like, I don't know. I think artists want that too. Like, I think artists are tired of being put in the box. Like, like oh, I'm tired of having to make music on this type of sound. Like, let me switch it up. Like, you're seeing that. And I feel like you could be that change, especially in like, you know, rap or whatever, like rap music. You could be that change in it. You could be that one that makes that sound that's like, yo, this is different. This isn't like generic, like whatever beat, right? It's not generic, but this isn't like, this is the typical stuff they get, like something different.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So it's like, you could be that change for real. And I think a lot of people are realizing that, and you're just seeing that change for real. Like, that's what I realized. Like, I don't have to sound like what's trending, bro. That's how you get left behind. Yeah. You just, if you sound like yourself, you're never going to fall off.
Like, do you ever struggle with, like, as you gained your audience, like, feeling like you had to stick to what was working? Did you ever have that struggle? Or, like, do you have that struggle? Or is it more of, like, wake up and fuck it mindset?
Yeah, nah, for real. Like, I just be driving whatever, bro. Because I'm like, you got to realize, like, these people like you, bro. Like, and you make something and you're like, oh, like, you could think about whatever. But, like, at the end of the day, you made it. And that's what they want. So, it's like, it's never going to mess up. Because it's like,
you can take it any direction.
The only time you mess up, bro, is when you go out your way and you're like, let me check out the freaking top who's the top type beat, like who's number one, and you just like freaking research that you're like, I gotta sound like this guy. You're like, you're panicking. Like, you don't want to be like that, bro. You don't want to be that guy. That's when you start to fall off, bro.
Well, there's a difference between copying and being influenced by.
Yeah, it is.
Because copying is like, that's like me going to your channel and being like, all right, I'm gonna make beats just like Donnie. Donnie already did that, and he does it the right way. He does it as Donnie's way. So it's like anything I make probably won't be as genuine as what you're putting out. But it's like being influenced by and like getting inspiration. Yeah, that's different.
Yeah. Because you like wow, like I don't know. Sometimes if I listen to things, or like when I'm listening to things, I'll just digest it, and then just like it'll be back end. And then I'll be like, all right, that sounded cool. And then I'll cook up. And then it's sort of like, I don't know. I never I don't think I ever really actively took something I heard in a song and like, let me try this out. But like, I'll like digest it and I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. And then
Yeah, like
you sort of just build up your musical just like know-how. Like you're like, yo, that's a cool thing and maybe I could use it.
It's
maybe
not,
but I'm not gonna force it. Yeah, you're not gonna force it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I never thought about how like just listening to music and then like you make something, you're like, oh, like you connect the dots.
Yeah, like, oh,
things.
that's a thing. Yeah. Like, yeah, you do something like that and you do it your way. Like, you're like, yo, that's a thing. Like, let me do it my way now. Like, you're not copying, you're being influenced. Like, you're like, yo, that's cool. Like,
which comes back to what you're saying is because I believe in that too. As long as you're like yourself, you can't.
Yeah, really yeah. Because ain't nobody like you're the best at being you.
Yeah, and like you can make these drastic changes. Because I struggled with it for a while. Like playing, like when the numbers were big, playing into like.
Yeah,
I gotta make
the numbers big.
Yeah, like I gotta stick to that. But it's like
I think I learned that early. Like I learned that early. Like I remember, I dropped a lot of beats that I dropped. I did not like initially, and I still dropped it. And back then, I really couldn't say why I did it. I just sort of did it, and then it just stuck with me. Like I'm like, all right, yeah, BME works. Like so, I'm gonna stick with it. Like and yeah, like it's just sometimes you gotta drop that stuff you don't like because it be the biggest stuff. Yeah,
I think the thing in the beginning is like the childlike mindset. I'm reading Rick Rubin's book right now.
Yeah,
and he like has a chapter about how like in the beginning phases of life as like a child, you don't really have like there's no boundaries, there's no rules, you don't understand anything, so you just kind of like whatever. Yeah, like when you first start creating, there's no rules, there's no boundaries, so it's like you just put out everything. And then, like, bro, some of the beats I put out that I hated are my favorite beats. It's so weird. Yeah.
And it's like that, like, bro, like, it's just living foolishly is, like, the way you got to do it. Like, you got to do stuff. Sometimes you got to just, like, do things that sound foolish because, like, that's, like, I don't know. I'd say bias, right? That's, like, bias. That's, like, maybe society. That's, like, the status quo that's calling it foolish. And when you do stuff that's, like, quote-unquote foolish, you're being original and you're making something new, bro. Like you're making a new sound. That's what it is.
That's
for real.
Amazing, man.
Yeah.
That's like you have a very strong mindset.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, for real, that's what it is, bro. You gotta live that like foolishly, bro. And like I really be living by that. Like it's like, all right, think about something. If it comes up and you're like, oh, well, that sounds foolish. I shouldn't do this. Like, now I kind of want to do it more because like,
right?
Like how's it dumb? Like, all right, ain't nobody else doing it. Like, let's see what happens. Like, let's make something new, and that's what it is, bro. Like. You just keep that going, and you just gonna grow because you're being original. Yeah,
that's a good point.
Does that carry over into like other aspects of your life too?
Like, bro, like I was driving, and it was like this truck, bro, like a ramp. I was like, bro, I'm finna hit this ramp. No, I'm lying, but no, yeah, it does though, for real. Like. But I can't really recall anything all the time in my mind. It's so subconscious now. But let me really think about it.
I feel like it's just living more free spirited.
Yeah, saying things. Okay,
like
when I say things, like I'm the type to really just call it out. Like, bro, like if somebody's talking to me and they're being sad, I guess most people would be like, oh, let me try and soothe and like console them. I'll be like, yo, if somebody's like OD sad to me, I'll be like, bro, like you were so sad, bro. Like you were really blowing me right now. Like bro, like please say something good or like I don't want to talk to you anymore. Yeah. Like we can retry this in a day. Like I guess that's one of those things. Like I just sort of I call it how I see it nowadays.
Yeah.
But like I guess like with like you know like an educated call out because sometimes you don't want to call out something and you're like, all right, like is it really worth it?
There's a right place for
time and place for everything. But I be calling stuff out now. Like I be like, nah, like heck no. Like
that's good though. I feel like that's really important. Like having a friend who'll be like, call you on your bullshit, or just anyone in your life, because it's hard to do, like to call somebody on something,
because then you're like, like,
are they gonna hate me?
And you can't be like, I don't know. Whenever I do call people out, I always like view it from their perspective, like, okay, what are they going through? Like, how do they feel this way? What would I want in this situation? Which I guess is sort of selfish, but I think it would help. So like I just be like, hey, screw it, bro. Like I'm just saying, and that's how I look at it. Like I'm like, okay,
because you might have a thought, like like, and then you think about someone saying that to you and be like, okay, that might be too far, too much. But maybe there's a better way to say it.
And it's like at the end of the day, you want to help, and I feel like the best way is just being honest with people, bro. Like,
how you like that when people send you music?
When people send me music,
because I mean, we both probably get dozens of songs.
When people send me music, like sometimes I react to it like live, and I'll be honest.
What about when someone emails you a record? Like, do you take the time, like, listen to it?
Yeah. Like, I'll reply to it and all that. Like, I'll be like, yo, this is cool. Yeah. But they gotta hit me up beforehand, because sometimes if they just send it, like, unsolicited, sometimes I just think it's, like, not even something I produce. Like, they gotta tell me I produced it, because if not, I'm like, yo, this could be spam. Like, I don't want it to be a virus or nothing like that. Like, no, for real. Like, I'll be like, yeah. I just for, like, I don't know, just to be on the safe side. Yeah. Like, you just gotta hit me up, and I'll be like, yeah, I'll check it out.
I've had people send me music that I didn't produce.
Yeah.
But then, like, they're so nice. They're like, yo, can you take a listen and let me know what you think? I'm like, all right. Yeah. But if they send it just a file with nothing, yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I'd be like, It's like, I feel like that's what music needs. Like, people got to be less about them. Like it's like that. Like, I see that all the time. Like, I see people like, yo, like, tell me what you think of my song. Tell me what you think of my song. Like, you know, you're being low-key selfish. Like, are you thinking about the other person's time? Like, what they're going through or whatever? And it's like, I think the best way to get somebody to listen to your song is asking them about them, bro. Like, do you make music? Like, how does your music sound? Like, yo, I want to check yours out. And then now it's like legit, because you're like caring about this person.
Yeah, you're not just asking for something before you even engage
and they're like, all right, cool. Like this person care about me. Like, he cool. Like, and then you ask them, like, yeah, I'll check your stuff out. Like, you just check mine out. Like, now it's genuine. Like, you really care. Like, you can't be OD selfish. Like, people are always just like, me, and that just turns people off, because you hear that so much, bro. Like, you got to stop being about me. Like. This, every once in a while, I'll just be like, yo, like, how are you, bro? Like,
that's a good point.
That's
you'll
really
stand out doing that.
Yeah. You guys are very, like, front facing, so they just kind of see that as, okay, what can I get out of this person?
Yeah.
And that's like a daily basis for you guys too.
Huh? Yeah, we get, I mean, I'm sure we both get sent songs every single day.
Yeah. And it's just,
and it's funny thinking about it now, because there's like, I've befriended people just off of them sending me a song, but they do it in the right way, where it's like, I'll go back and forth via email for like a week with this person I've never met in my life. And then it's like, okay, well, they really love my music. And it's like, all right, send me your song. And then it's like, oh, I like your music. It's like, it's interesting how that works.
Building a relationship, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing like we were talking about. This is going to be a touchy subject. Someone's going to get mad when I say it. But like sample makers.
Okay.
Like someone I have never met in my life sending me an email with a bunch of files asking for me to use them and put them on my platform.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with it, because it's nice to be able to get these samples. Yeah. But it's like,
who are you?
Yeah, like, I don't know who you are. I don't know what your intent is. I don't know you as a person.
You should, like, make a copy paste and just say that to everyone, like, a paragraph.
I
like,
should.
Who are you? I don't know who you are. Like, why are you hitting me up? And then, like, if they reply, and then you're like, all right, now I'm gonna check out their samples.
Yeah. Because it's just, it scares me, because, like, I feel like what you just said, like, music needs more of, like, honesty and, like, stop being selfish. Yeah. But it's like, now it's going so far the other way. It's like everybody just wants, like, how can they get to this level as quick as possible?
Yeah.
Like, okay, if I send a sample to Donnie, Donnie's got 111,000 subscribers. Yeah. So, boom, I didn't even have to work for my 111,000. I just got it through Donnie.
Yeah.
And they don't even know you don't know their name. They're, you know, it's.
I think people just got to see, because no one's told. Like, so it's like, at the same time, you can't get mad at them for
that's a good point.
Nobody's told it, so it's just you got to really not go out your way, but just cultivate that change, like push for it. Like, all right, I prefer when people do it like this, because it's more genuine, it's more whatever. And when you do that, you'll start to see the change. You'll start attracting more people like that. Like, yo, like, all right, like, let's build up legitimately. And
it's also just, unfair for me, because there could be producers out there who absolutely love the fact that they get sent 50 samples a day. Because it's like, damn, it's nice. I never run out of samples. Like, you don't have to buy all these sample packs. So I guess it's like, maybe that's just my perspective is a better way of putting it. But I don't know. I've only seen collaboration as more of like an experience, as like a transaction. Yeah. Like I want it to be more like, I want the process of creating to be the fun part. Because then the thing that comes out of it is like, it's like a time capsule of like that moment that you experience with that person.
Interesting.
Like, you know, Stoic Beats. Yeah. Every time we make music together, it's like, it's just like, it feels like the old days. You're hanging out with your friends and you're just creating something, and then you have this piece. Yeah. I don't know. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah. That's all it is, bro. Like, it's just being a person. Like, if you become known for that, you're just going to attract more people that are good for real. Yeah. And you'll be able to weed out the ones that may not be the best for your life.
That's a good point. Yeah. Because I guess, like, the way I use samples is just like, I'm super selective.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's why I don't like the mass samples, because it's hard to like sift through them.
Mm-hmm. And then you don't know the loop maker, like his intentions, like all that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, bro. Like as long as you just
maybe instead of saying nothing to them, I should say something.
Just say something, yeah, hey, like, bro, for real. Yeah. And you'll be known for that. They're like, yo, this is the first guy out of, like, the 50 billion.
Yeah, because like you said, if every producer they send that shit to either just downloads the samples or deletes the email, but no one ever sends them an email back, they don't think they're doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
Because it's like...
Because it goes both ways, too.
Yeah.
And then it's
so if you make them feel human, you can make their day.
And it keeps going, and it spreads. So it's just that. Like, just cut the gimmicks out. Yeah. If you cut it out, it'll be cut out of your life too.
Yeah. Yeah. But that method has changed a lot of people's lives too.
What?
Like sending out samples?
Yeah.
Like definitely. It has had a lot of positive effects.
It works. Yeah. It's just, you got to find what works for you. Like, definitely. There's not one video that is like, it may be, hey, it could be what works for you, but like, there's not one thing that just works. Like you click the highest video and it'll work for everybody. It won't. Like you got to find what works for you.
I agree. Also, like, I think like, being willing to switch when something stops working for you. Yeah. Like, okay, like I don't like how this is going anymore. Like, let me try and pivot. Yeah. That's hard though.
And then just like the, like, I feel like it's a tug of war, but like just pull more into the music. Like sometimes I'll see stuff and it's just so gimmicky. It's so fast. Like, yes, you could send out these loops for quick and get quick like royalty splits. Like, bro, like, oh my gosh, like. You're going too much into like the money side. Like, do you care about the music you're creating? Like, are you making good music, bro? Like, or you just, is this just money to you? And there's nothing wrong if it's just money to you, but like,
yeah, but you're also like, you're an artist first.
Yeah.
Like, without music, like the money's just a byproduct of like you having success with you creating and being yourself as an artist.
And it's just, I just sort of cringe like at that content layer. It's just like, yes, like super fast money, super fast loops, just. The email, copy my method, buy my fucking course, like, bro, like it's so annoying, dude. And it's just like
the courses, bro.
Please, like, just go back to the foundation of it. If you want to be good at something, learn the foundation of it. And as I was growing up, the hip hop I listened to, rap music, I'll go through my dad's like CDs, and I listen to like, you know, like Run DMC or like Beastie Boys, like really foundational hip hop, and I really credit that to like my sound today because I like digested that. And it goes into your music subconsciously, like we were just talking about. Like you digest these things, like maybe something new, and it just goes into your original sound. And it's just make music about that again, and then, you know, learn these business practices. You'll get better.
I was about to say,
also don't OD to business practices.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with putting in effort to learn. Like I spend a decent amount of time. Okay, like how can I get my music in front of more people? Yeah, because like I want to grow. Yeah, like can I like test out advertising? Can I like do this? But doing it in a way where it's like the music is still the core. Yeah, like you put it in front of people and they choose whether or not they want to listen and resonate with it.
Like you don't like, bro, like you don't see CEOs of companies like, oh my gosh, bro, like I hate income flexing like in the music sphere. Like it hurts my stomach. Like you don't see like CEOs of companies like, yo, I just like download my course on how to finesse like $156 billion like to your company's net worth. Like, bro, like you
if it was that easy, everybody would do it.
Yeah, like it's like you learn it from experience and you grow. You just have to be genuinely like interested and passionate about it. Yeah, and it'll grow, and then people will see that. Like that's what I say. Like if you work with me, bro, like you're working with a real human. You're not just with a guy that makes good beats and sends it out. Like you're somebody that really wants to cultivate change and build up. Like I want to build with you genuinely. I don't care. You got 1 follower, freaking 2 million, whatever. Like I want to build with you, bro. And like that's genuine.
That's so good.
Yeah, like you could say it. Like I could say it. Like I'm saying it right now. But like you'll see it from my actions for real. Like you gotta do it, bro. Like, and that's what it is. Like you can ask other people.
That can carry over into almost anything in life too. What you just said.
Yeah, and you learn like that foundational stuff, bro. You know, you learn the good business practices, but you don't exploit it, bro. It's so much exploiting.
Well, half of the good business practice is also just being a good fucking person.
Yeah. Like it's 80% being a person, 20% know it. Like
for real. Especially in the things all three of us do, because like none of us work for like. We don't own like a corporation. We like we're the face.
Yeah.
So it's like by me being me, it's it's helpful to the business.
Yeah.
Because these people
want to work with you.
Yeah, they're
because
supporting.
you're you.
Right. Yeah. And there's this saying, I read it recently. It was like, it was like a man who does not have a smile, or a man that doesn't have a good smile should never open a shop. Like, that's something that I read and I think is real. Because people see the gimmicky shit. Like, no one cares. Like, no one cares. Like, you'll see people like, yo, I made freaking $15,000 a month. Like, I made $20,000 a month. Who cares, bro? Yeah. Like, you'll attract the wrong people. You'll attract people who just care about money.
Facts.
When you push out stuff about the music, like, yo, we made some crazy music. Like, yo, this is hard. Like
you'll push it out to music lovers.
Yeah. Like, thank you to whoever helped me with this project, bro. We gonna keep going. We gonna keep elevating. Like, who do you want to be with? Like, just gimmicky, fast money producer guy that maybe knows something no one knows right now. That only works for him, so it doesn't even matter if he knows something no one knows. Or someone that really builds and you learn more stuff than you would ever to someone who may be gatekeeping information or whatever. It doesn't matter if it's gatekept, because there's going to be a billion other ways to make it. Yeah.
That's a good point. Because it's like, you could make a lot of money right now.
Yeah.
That doesn't always mean success.
Yeah, it's too
I'd rather have a long career than a quick career.
Yeah. It'd be too fast, bro. And people just... It grinds my gears, bro. Like, I don't like that quick form. Just...
I have a similar mindset as you.
Yeah.
And I'm always careful with how I say it. Because, I mean, like...
Yeah, you don't want to offend nobody, but like I said, some people got here.
Yeah.
Some people got here, bro.
And I have peers who are, like, you know, play in that field. But, I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with me having an opinion about it.
Yeah, the way I look at it sometimes, and, like, the way I look at it really is just... They see what someone else does, and they're like, it looks right. Let me do it too. Like, it looks like they know what they're doing, so let me do it. Like, it's just... And I guess, like,
to play devil's advocate, there's a certain aspect to those types of videos. Like, obviously, they're using the money as, like, the magnet. Real. Yeah. But, you know, someone could see that, like, a kid who's sitting in his basement, and, like, he goes, okay, like, this is possible. Yeah. Like, maybe he doesn't necessarily care about the method, but the fact that, all right, like, I could turn this music into my life. Yeah. Just stay consistent and keep going. Yeah. But I think the issue is, it's like, if it's still not coming from a place of, like, from your heart, you're never gonna make it. Yep. Like, if you're sitting in that basement, you're like, oh, I feel super inspired, I want to go make $15,000 a month. Yeah. So that's your focus. Yeah. Yeah. Heck no, bro. Because you're not gonna make it very far.
You're not passionate in it. Like, it's like, passion is what keeps you up at like 3 a.m. working on something, bro. If you don't care about it, you're gonna be like, man, I'm about to go to sleep, and you just get frustrated. But, like, passion is like, yo, nah, like, we're pushing this until the end. Like, I don't care.
And you can't stop. I can't stop thinking about music. There's certain parts, like, when I'm distracted, I obviously don't think about it. Yeah. But, like, I don't know. There's always some sort of
there's some
idea going on.
Yeah, like, there's something I saw. It was like, it basically was saying, like, you do what you love. Like you'll never work a day in your life, but, like, you'll bring your work home with you too. Like you'll be thinking about it every day, bro.
Yeah,
like,
and that's the trade off.
And it's like, hey, I love it though, because it's what I love doing. So yeah. It's cut out the gimmicks, bro. Like, that's what it is. Cut out, like, you know when somebody's real, and you know when somebody is just copying. Yeah. And it's just a copy freaking circle jerk. Like, it's just, everyone copies everyone. Like, everyone's just copying everybody, and it's just...
Which is ironic.
You can exist outside of that.
Yeah. And I think people think, like, the type beats, too. It's like, well, you're copying, because, like, we're making type beats. Yeah. But at the end of the day, that's really just a format. So so I just want people to hear it. So it's like, I'm not going to be... I'm going to tag it.
Yeah, like you're not going to be stupid. Like... like, you're not going to title everything Eerie Beats Production #5. Like, bro, you're trying to reach people. Right. And that's how you reach people. That's all it is. Like,
just people do it organically.
Do it organically, bro. Make your sound. That's all it is.
Because this is what I've been experiencing with Google Ads. I, like, had someone doing them for me for a while, and then, like, I just took, like, a couple, like, YouTube courses. Yeah. I was like, I want to learn how to do this. But every ad, like, I tell him, every time I run ads, I'm like, I just want to do it in a way where the music is, like, I'll post on Instagram, like, you know, those little reels I make. Yeah. And then I'll just boost them. Yeah. Because it's, like, I feel like that's kind of genuine, like. Definitely. Because I'm not, like, asking them to buy anything.
It's not an advertisement.
Yeah. Right. I just want them to hear it, and then if they like it, they can click the follow button.
Yeah, that's why I like B-Stars ads, because it's, like, so targeted.
You do those? Yeah. I did them for a while. I don't know why I stopped.
They're good, bro. Like, they're super, like, you're on a website where people are looking for beats. So it's like it doesn't really get no better than that.
That's a good point.
I think it would be cool if you could advertise to like people who look for certain things,
like if put they're keywords in.
Yeah, like keyword. That would be crazy if they implement that. But like right now, it's super good because people are looking for beats.
Yeah.
So.
I'm sure we could. I mean,
probably.
We both know a lot of people.
Yeah,
that
probably. Like like my manager, Danny Kramer.
Yeah,
he works
wonderful
for BeatStars.
guy.
Yeah, and he says they're like adding like all types of new stuff, like all types of new tech. So it might be in there, and I could pitch him ideas all the time. Like yeah.
I actually was just talking to Danny a couple weeks ago. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Cool guy, man.
But that's what I like. BeatStars is the company that the plaque behind me. They they are the ones who made what we do like into a livable thing. Yeah, like because you use YouTube, like you post your beats on YouTube. And then you put like a link in the description, like, hey, if you want to use this on Spotify or whatever, just go here and buy it. So without that platform, I mean, there's TrackTrain, but I never liked TrackTrain.
Yeah, I used TrackTrain.
They just never updated.
Yeah, nah, TrackTrain, like it's just a small like company. Yeah. Saying like BeatStars is just way bigger, and when you're trying to go way bigger, you gotta go to the bigger guys, company. Yeah. Like you go from the G League to like the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so your advertising is on their website or through YouTube?
Yeah, on their website.
Okay.
I don't really advertise on YouTube. I don't know about YouTube ads.
That's what I'm trying to. I'll let you know how it goes.
But
I've been like, because it was so. By the way, I moved that mic and I just realized it's like stabbing you in the chest.
No, it's good. I feel
okay, I feel comfortable. I feel kind of like an asshole.
This can't fucking breathe.
The podcast could go rude, but like, hear a big puncture, like,
because I looked over and I was like, yo, I think I might have like stuck that in
you. I'm good.
All right, well, you can move it.
No, I like it. It's cozy.
I'm hungry, man. I want something to eat.
Throw some bagels in there, bro.
No, what I was saying. I've always been super scared of Google ads because like I don't know.
What, you got, nightmare?
Nah, like I don't know. So sometimes I struggle with like the anxiety side of things, where it's like I get very anxious when I think about finicking with YouTube.
Oh, definitely.
Because like I don't want to fuck it up. Like, if I run ads, maybe like they'll never show me to another organic person again.
Yeah. Okay, I get what you mean. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like those types of things. Like I'd be very specific with how I like did everything. So it's like, but I kind of was like, all right, I think I gotta let go of that. So finally testing it out.
Yeah, people do that with like their artists. Like you'll see like Vivo accounts advertising music.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, even actual like actual artists boost their own Instagrams. Yeah. And so
for real, like it's just whatever floats your boat, like whatever works for you. That's all it is.
Yeah, I always thought it was inorganic though. Nah, then I was like,
ads work, bro. You make it organic.
Yeah,
by giving it that little push, like.
And the way you advertise is how. Yeah,
ads work. They work great, bro.
Do you ever do? You just do BeatStars? That's it.
I only do BeatStars right now.
Damn, that's the only one I'm not doing. So maybe I'll.
You gotta go for it because it's cool. Like
I was
organic because like the way the ads are given is just like you're scrolling down looking for beats and it'll be your beat right there. It'll look like it's just on that list, so it looks super organic when you do it. It's not like YouTube where, it's still organic.
Well, I was about to say the way I've been doing it with YouTube is so you can do like there's obviously Google owns YouTube. Yeah. So there's a bunch of ways you can advertise through them, but the one I've been doing is like, you know how when you type in, let's just say Travis Scott type beat. Yeah. You probably wouldn't know this, but like a whole bunch of options come up and they're organized by like relevance and views and all this thing. So the ads, you can make them like show up on the top. You know where those video ads are?
Yep.
But they're not pre-rolls. They're not anything like that. So the person has to, if you want to gain that view, they have to choose to click on it. So like they're basically solely clicking on it because they're interested in it.
Does it say ad on
it? It does, yeah. Okay. I think legally they have to do it. It'd be unfair if you could pay to be at the top of the list and have nobody know. But then they also show up in the recommended side. So it's like basically I was like looking through YouTube and I was like, what's the most organic way? Like it would not blend in, but like it wouldn't be. Like, I want to only show it to people who are looking for type beats. Like you said on BeatStars, the reason it works is because you're looking for beats.
And it works like that on YouTube too.
Yeah.
And I
if you do it right.
Yep. And it works. Like Google ads, like they're crazy. Like they work good. Like YouTube like, too.
One of the most the highest converting way to advertise in like all of advertising. Yeah. It's super like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's just, with YouTube, it's a bit different. That's what I was about to go into. Like with YouTube, it's like. You really got to work it out. Like that's what I was gonna say. You like BeatStars is sort of just you just sort of
It's a pay to play game.
B-Sides is like, what is it, like set it and forget it, like that, like YouTube is more.
Yeah, bro. It took me like a week just to set up a campaign because I was like, I don't understand how to do this.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say earlier. Like, it's just like B-Sides is more you go into it, like it's easy. Like, YouTube is like you really gotta. Yeah. Just so it's more organic. Yeah. So it's not just like people, because sometimes you can set it up the wrong way and people be like, "Who is this guy?" Like, you set it the right way and it grow. So,
yeah. I'm trying to find a way to get past that. Like, you said it earlier. Like, it feels like there's a ceiling sometimes, just because it's like, how do you expose
That's what
yourself?
you see. Yeah. That's all.
Yeah. How do I expose myself to more audiences? So I'm trying to like try it, like every little thing I can to kind of break through that and like. I don't know, unlock the next level, I guess you could call it.
No, that's good.
You gotta exist beyond what you know. That's what it is. Because like that ceiling is, that's all you know for. You gotta think beyond that.
And be willing to try things to go beyond it.
Just doing it, yeah. For real.
Because like for the longest time I was like, well, it's working, so I'll just keep doing it. But then it's like, that's such a stationary mindset.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can't force it either. You can't force
you want to
originality. Like, you're like, all right, I'm gonna try and do something different. When you do that, bro, you're gonna look crazy. Like, it has to just, like, it has to be such a genuine, like, straight real moment. Like,
it's bro, I just think the bigger you get, though, it gets harder to capture those moments. It gets harder, at least for me.
You gotta travel for real. Yeah, you gotta.
It's been hard to like tap back into that like childlike creative mindset where I'm just like just making things to make things without any regard for what people will think.
Like, you gotta, I think to do that, you gotta do things you never did before. Like, I find myself doing that. Like, every time I look through my photo gallery, like, it'll be me doing something new. Like, maybe like every month or every 2 months, like I find a new place to go to or something.
Really? Like locally or just like in general?
Just locally, for real. Yeah, like locally or whatever. Like, just doing something, like something new, for real.
Like, not even just traveling, but like
a new experience, like a new restaurant or something. Like, that helps, because when you in your like box, like your same routine every day, like it gets harder. But like when you do new stuff, it's fresh, like and it could be here, it could be here.
We talked about that like the first episode. Yeah, how like having those experiences is gonna influence the other parts of your life. Yeah. And that helps, bro. Like,
definitely. Like, good or bad, it'll shape you. Yeah. And it's like at the end, like, it's like
everything's gonna teach you.
Heck yeah. And then it's all for you. Like, it's for like what you putting out, so it makes it better, because it's like true to your story. You got an experience that no one else has, and now that is now out in the internet forever.
That's a good point. And the way you experienced it, like, you could have done the same thing a million other people have done, but everyone's gonna experience that experience a little differently.
But for real, bro, like, it's just crazy. Like,
you ever what's like the end goal? Do you
for me?
Yeah, like with music, or is it just kind of like day by day?
Bro, just like every day growing. I can't say. Yeah, because I'd probably just like, I'd make an end goal, and then it's like, now I'm
you put
existing past that. So it's
that's a good way to look at it. I actually this year I stopped setting like metric goals and like any like goal that has to do with numbers or like reaching something. I was like, what's the point? Because it's like, I'm either gonna hit it and then be like unsatisfied because you want more, or I'm not gonna hit it and I'm gonna beat myself up over it.
Like, that's something I heard. Like, if like a man is like, it's like a quote, I forgot who said it, but it's like, if a man is like not happy with a little, he won't be happy with anything. He'll be happy with nothing. That's how it goes. If a man is not happy with a little, he'll be happy with nothing.
Which makes sense, because it's like, you might be happy for a brief moment in time, but then it's like, after that influx of like dopamine and everything wears off, you're like, oh, I feel exactly the same as I did.
That's called the like the hedonic treadmill. You ever heard about that? So the hedonic treadmill is like, say you're someone who works like entry level at a position, like, I don't know, like a newspaper company or something. You move up to like a mid manager position, and you gain like 100% more. You're making 100% more than what you did previously. Like, so like twice the amount you made, and you're moving up. You could like afford better cars, a better place. But the hedonic treadmill is like, you move up and then it'll all balance out after a while, and you'll sort of feel just like how you did when you were at entry level. So yeah,
bro, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's how like, at least trying to relate it to like what we do, like in the beginning, everything was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And then now we're sitting here with all these followers and these things, and it's like, it feels normal.
It's crazy, bro. Because like
it's not.
I remember, bro, like sort of just having like 1K subs, and I was like, yo, 1K, you know, like
that was a lot.
And then when I hit 10K, I was like, yo, I never had 10K of anything in my life.
Yeah.
And now freaking multiply that by like
10,
yeah. Wow. And I'm like, yo, like I'm like, this is crazy.
It's
like
insane, bro.
And it's just crazy thinking about it. Like it's beautiful. It's so beautiful, bro.
Do the numbers like ever kind of cloud your judgment?
No, I just be, I be like, man, let's get it. Like now 100,000 people about to see what I'm doing. I'm wilding, bro. I'm about to, whatever.
That's a good way to look at
really
it.
Cool. Yeah.
Huh. That I like that.
Yeah.
Like just being like, okay, like just more people see me making
that's
music.
all it is.
Does that ever like make you anxious? Like, oh shit, now I gotta perform for this many people.
No, because like they love you, bro. Like
there you go.
They love you. So
do you keep like a close eye though on analytics?
No.
Okay.
That actually I stopped doing it. Like whenever I drop a video, I like delete YouTube Studio. I don't even think I really have it on my phone unless I'm doing like the only time I download it is like if I gotta check on something urgent, like I get like a claim or something. But I still do that on my laptop. So.
Yeah, break that down.
Yeah.
Like why would you delete that after posting something?
So I delete it because, bruh, like you'll mess up your process. I feel.
Yep.
Your creative process, cause you're like, yo, this is doing good. I gotta do more of this, or yo, this is doing bad. I gotta do more of this. You want to exist outside of that, bro. Like you want to just keep going with the flow.
Especially
like,
if you check it off the rip, like on the day.
Yeah, you'll go freaking tweaker mode, bro. Like,
yeah.
What you want to do is like, well, I can't say what you want to do, but what I do is I drop a vid. You know, I'll check it for like maybe 5-6 minutes just to make sure I like did the description right, little things like that. Yeah. And then, you know, like I share all my videos. I think that's something a lot of people don't do. Like,
I noticed you post them on Instagram.
Yeah.
I used to do that, but I always thought I was being annoying.
No, I don't care.
You don't think so?
I'm gonna be annoying, bro, because I'm proud of what I made. Like I'm like, y'all gonna see this, bro. Like, and I'm gonna keep talking about it until my next beat is out. And so what I do, I like post, make sure everything's right. Then, you know, I delete like YouTube Studio. Sometimes I won't go on YouTube at all. Like I have like a burner account and all that where I don't. So I'm not worried about it all the time.
Like it's not, bro. That's a good idea. Because even on like my not burner account, but like my account that's just my name.
Yeah,
I'm subscribed to Eerie Skies, so it's like that shit'll pop up in the feed. The video I just dropped an hour ago, and I'm like, damn, it's doing terrible.
Yeah, bro. Like you gotta really just not look at it
because that'll give you peace of mind. I feel that's kind of what I was getting at as to why like numbers.
Good. Yeah, I feel good because it's like I just post.
Damn.
Post and ghost.
Yep. Exactly. Post and ghost. Yeah. And then that's it, bro. Like I'll check the stats. Like when I post my next video, all right, I did this.
You post manually, right? I did that in the beginning.
Yeah.
And I always thought it was better.
Yeah.
But now I've been scheduling, and something feels weird about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It just
the only time I don't know. I thought about just posting manually, as in like hitting public. But maybe like if you're on vacation, it's helpful.
Yeah, I think so. I post manually though. Like if it's vacation, I still post manually.
I guess
you get a VPN.
It takes like 12 minutes too.
Yeah, it takes a second, but it's just I make sure like I got like a VPN, like it's all safe and like yeah. Because it's like I don't know, it's something about posting manually that just hit different.
Yeah,
it just
more authentic.
Boom, yeah. Because like YouTube is just boom, like it just shouts it right out. I think with scheduling, I think it goes to like probably I don't know how it works, but I feel like it just sort of just is different. I feel a
similar way to you, and I think like. Now I've scheduled for the last year, so I think maybe I'm gonna just like try the other one and see like, all right, is there like any difference?
Yeah,
like, there might be no difference at all.
Yeah, and it just freaking boom, like it just.
Yeah, it's also nice too. I like dropping manually because then you'd go to the comments and like you'd answer the first couple comments, the people who came right away, and then like you get to kind of like you said, check and make sure everything's good.
Yeah,
and then leave it alone.
Yeah, that's all it is, bro.
And then forget about it for...
Like, yo, my life has gotten so much better since I was like that. I actually grew way more since doing that.
Really?
Yeah, I grew way more.
Do you keep notifications on and everything for, like, sales and all that?
Yeah. Okay. But, like, just from one app. Like, I just have PayPal on, essentially.
Yeah, bro, I used to have the PayPal app, the PayPal business app, and then Gmail.
Yeah.
So when you made a sale, you get 4 notifications.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only keep PayPal just because it's like urgent. Like it's just like, you know, it's just good. But like for what's that feature called? It's like the there's this thing on iPhones and it'll show you like notifications at a certain time for apps. Like it's like they're sort of silenced throughout the day, and you get like a
one
summary. It's called a summary. That's what it's called. Yeah.
No shit.
And it's called morning summary. I can show you on my phone, but it's like morning summary, and then you get all your noties that have came through during that time period. So I get one in the morning, and I get one like in the evening.
You're gonna have to show me how to set that up.
Yeah.
Because I do like getting notifications, obviously, but like I don't want to.
You want it structured.
Yeah, I don't want to constantly look at it all day. Like,
Yep. I get it at a certain time.
Wow.
And only ones I really get that just pop up is just PayPal.
Yeah.
Because it's like sometimes it can be urgent and you got to reply to something or whatever. So yeah,
it's a good point.
Just the important ones. Sometimes apps also have this thing where they also send you the schedule, like the summary at a certain time, like the schedule summary. But if it's urgent, it'll also notify you. Like Gmail has one where it'll like notify you if it's urgent.
Like it'll like detect urgency in the email you just got.
Yep.
Okay.
Super good. Yeah.
That makes sense. Because like if someone's like just logged into your YouTube account.
Exactly.
In the middle of like,
it'll let you know. It'll let you know.
Yeah. It's like fuck.
Yeah. So it'll let you know you don't want to miss that.
They're just gonna delete all your videos.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I'm sure
Heck no.
I'm sure you could get that back.
Do you guys ever worry about like you get so many emails like clicking a file that can god get into your shit?
100%.
Gmail is like really secure. So
really,
yeah. But
as long as you don't download it, I think you're straight. Like if you use the Gmail app, like in that sandbox, you're straight for the most part, unless it's some new technology nobody knows about.
I don't.
Like some exploit, but
I don't download things from people unless I know them.
Yeah.
Like if a loop maker I don't know sends me like a folder and Google's like not virus scanned, no matter how good the loops are, I'm like I can't.
Yeah.
It's not where the trade-off is just not there.
Yeah, because it's like the odds of that happening, like something new that no one knows about, like it'll get patched so fast that chances are it won't ever happen to you.
Yeah. I'm gonna sound slightly insane because like I'm super. I don't know what the right word is. Like anxious about like the security side because like I feel like it's just like there's a target on your back and like someone could like get in and do,
they have like certain security measures, like I forgot what it's called, but it's just like this type of Google security, but it's really for like politicians, I think, or people who may be a target, like if you think you may be one. I forgot what it's called, but you can look it up. It's like a super security one, like a super security, like you could get that on your account.
No, I just mean like on Google you can go to like your settings and look at the security for just your account, and like it'll tell you like, okay, where you're logged in, has there been any like activity, like I check that.
Yeah. Do you use VPN?
No.
Check it out. Because you mentioned that earlier, right?
Yeah, I use it when I'm traveling, but if I'm home...
I'm from home. I know the Wi-Fi is safe.
Yeah, when I'm here, it's like, all right, because it's like they have certain Wi-Fi, like, security levels, like types of keys. And it's like, you use, like, the most secure one. You're pretty good. You can use that VPN, though, for more.
You can also, depending on your Wi-Fi, like, in my Wi-Fi app, I can see who's on it. Like, I can see, like, okay, I recognize the devices. You can set the name, the password, and then you can remove all devices at once.
I guess most of your stuff is from home.
Right.
Like you're not at like Starbucks.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Starbucks, you gotta use that VPN.
Yeah. I honestly, I try not to do.
Yeah.
Like if I'm out traveling, if I'm staying like
I'm the same way.
I don't I won't go to Starbucks to do work.
Yeah. Because one time I dropped the beat on Thanksgiving. Yo, oh my gosh, that was such a crazy time because like I was fixing my sleep schedule at that time, and I was like sleepy at like 8 p.m. on Thanksgiving. Like everybody was eating, I was just like, yo, I gotta sleep. But like I went to my uncle's house and I went there like to show face, and I went back home to upload a beat. Yeah. And then I came back and I was just so sleepy, and I just like left. Like I was like, all right, I'm gonna see you guys later. Like I'm so sleepy.
Jesus.
But yeah, I upload home. Like I didn't want to upload at his house because it's just easier just doing what works, especially when you're uploading. You don't
definitely.
You don't want to just
I think as like we all have our like patterns and formulas that we follow religiously, like how we do things.
Yeah.
But some people don't. I've seen people being so nonchalant about like that whole side.
Yeah.
And like I'm slightly envious, but I'm also like, it works for me.
Yeah, whatever works for you, that's what it is. Like I just prefer to upload from home. But if I'm out, like I uploaded from like Airbnbs before.
Yeah, well, Airbnbs are a little different. Yeah, I have,
and it's just fine. It works just fine.
Yeah,
like when you're away. I think Google knows like when you're like on vacation or something.
Really?
Yeah. Like they know you're in like a.
Oh, they know you're not home.
Like they know it's you uploading. That's what I'm saying. Like,
right, because it's coming from your laptop. Mm-hmm. There's nothing like that changed. Yeah, that's a good point.
So like that's what I do. Like I uploaded from an Airbnb before, and it was just fine.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that's the thing that freaks me out about Wi-Fi's is when there's like you're at a Starbucks.
Yeah.
And there's 30 other people on the same Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Oh no, not like that.
Because then I'm like, wait.
Yeah. People could be fishing. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I don't understand how any of that works, so I just stay away from it. It's beyond. It's beyond me. I feel like you probably understand that.
I know a little bit about VPN.
Yeah.
You use them.
I use them.
But what's you ever like worry about everything collapsing?
Collapsing? No. Cause it's like, bro, the only time that's gonna happen is like if you're not working. At this level, only time that's gonna happen is like if you're not working. Like if you disappear for like 6 months maybe.
Yeah, and then try and come back like everything's normal.
Yeah, like just stay consistent, bro. You don't got nothing to worry about.
Yeah,
cause you're winning. Like you know what I'm saying?
I like asking that question because it's always interesting to see how other people deal with it.
Yeah,
because everyone has their different way of like coping with the thought of failure.
Yeah, like bro, like just adopting that winner's like mindset. Like it don't matter what level you're at.
Yeah,
you're winning, bro. You could be 1K if you put in work and you're being consistent. You're winning. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you're succeeding. You are meeting your goals. You're meeting your expectations. Like you're winning, bro. And when you grow and you're at a certain level, you just keep growing more.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like you either win or you like learn. For real, yeah, that's what it is.
I think that's everything.
Yeah.
Like the way you talk to yourself and just like everything up here goes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I like that win or learn.
Either win or you learn.
Yeah, it's always like sometimes when you have like something bad happens, you're like, bro, it's like a failure.
Oh my gosh, like I see it like like I see it on Reddit and stuff like that. Like I just had to get off. Like you'll see so many people just feel so bad for themselves, and you're like, you gotta change it, or you'll just feel worse and worse, and it'll keep compiling because you're not dealing with it the right way.
Yeah, I wonder how. Like, I've never had like a deep. Maybe a couple, but I've never been like so deep that I can't pull myself out of it.
Yeah.
So I wonder like how like that feels. Because maybe it's easy to be like, oh, just pull yourself out of it. But like some people just...
As in like a mental standpoint?
Yeah, like it's easy for me to tell somebody. Okay, yeah, like if I'm good, it's easy for me to be like, oh, like, come on, pick yourself up, brush yourself off.
People grow at their own rate. Like maybe... And that's one thing you got to realize too.
Yeah.
When you see negative comments, you see things that's sad. That's just how they feel at that moment. Sometimes you see it and it sounds... Like it could sound so concrete. Like this bad thing you're seeing, they could just be in a bad mood, and the next day they're like, "Yo, I don't mean any of what I said." Like you never get a follow up to bad stuff you see, so that's why you should never take it serious. You should never digest it. Like you're just like, "Yo, that's just how they feel." Like it's not true.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
I just try and refrain from putting it out though. Like if,
and that's the thing about the internet, bro. Like you're more likely you're most likely gonna see people bad, like saying bad things or whatever on the internet because they can't say it to nobody else. That's like no one who's doing good is going to come out their way unless it's like gimmicky and they're trying to get money and say, bro, like I'm doing so great. I just made like $50,000. You're not going to see that in the comments. Like you're just going to see people say bad things because some people don't got that in real life. Yeah. Like a lot of people don't got that in real life. No one who's doing good. People who are doing good typically don't go out their way to be like, yo, I'm doing so great. Like in the comments, like, bro, I just made 30 beds.
That'd be an insane comment.
Yeah. So like you got to avoid those echo chambers and realize like, there is like an abundance of like goodness out there. Yeah. And when you start to like really seek that, it'll seek you.
Yeah. When you focus on that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good way. You got a good way of looking at life. Yeah. It's like refreshing because I don't know. Sometimes I struggle with things like this where it's like
you gotta take a walk, man. Like,
or just
you gotta see a bird.
Yeah, both of us are like we met at the gym.
For real. See a bird.
Yeah, you gotta see a bird, bro. Like
so that's what I just did recently. Yeah,
I saw.
You saw a bird?
I thought it was an owl.
I went on that hike. I was talking about going on a hike.
I saw a bird the other day. It was like I don't know, a hawk. It was a big bird. I recorded it. I thought it was an owl at first. It was a big ass bird, and I was like, yo.
Oh, you're talking about like an actual bird.
I saw a big ass bird.
I thought you were talking about something else. I thought you were talking about the other bird.
Nah, what's the other bird?
What is the other bird?
Like a female?
Oh. That's what they call women. I respect women, buddy. They're women.
I've never heard
You've never heard that term?
to as a bird.
I don't know.
I saw the old place I used to live. Every morning at like 7:30 in the morning, a bald eagle would fly over the river.
Damn. Where you used to live?
Yeah, it was like 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
Wow. It was in Patapsco, because I was right on the edge of Patapsco State Park. Bro, it was beautiful. It was like the biggest bird I've ever seen, just flying like, it looked like a plane going like above the river.
Damn.
Every morning.
Should have recorded that.
I have a picture of it. I'll show you guys later. But you're right.
That's you know, you gotta disconnect, because the internet not real, bro. Like, it's not like
that's another thing in this book.
Yeah,
it was like there's a whole chapter on like how fucking important it is to just walk. Like, you ever walk out and see the sun setting and you're like, God dang.
Yeah, it's cool.
Like, it makes you feel like everything's okay.
Like, sometimes you just want to be like, yo, I gotta buy this thing. I want to buy this thing. I'll be like, yo, I gotta buy this fucking expensive thing, and I'll be so happy. Like, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. But like, some of the best ones I had recently, like last week, I had this like LED light like in my house, like purple lights in like a beanbag chair, and I was just playing like PS5, like laid down on a chair. I'm like, yo, like I feel so good right now.
Wow.
Like, you gotta really take in those moments and
acknowledge it instead of just trying to skip to the next moment and the next moment.
Because like, you could find bad stuff on the net, or you could come across it. You could find the exact same opposite. You are what you seek out.
Yeah,
for real.
I mean, that's how algorithms work. They show you what you look at.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at all negative shit, you're probably gonna have...
Bruh, for real. Because I remember in 2021, like, when, what are those called? Those iceberg videos were trending. Bruh, like, when I clicked it, it would just be the most wildest stuff in the sidebar. I'd be like, bruh, like, I'm not trying to watch this stuff, bro. Like, oh my gosh. Like, it would be like, serial killer iceberg. Like, freaking disturbing video. Freaking the worst stuff you ever seen. I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to see none of this. Like, like, what do I get that I want at the end of this? Like, like, are we just gonna go to a friend? Like, oh, I'm not that type of person. Like, there are people that'll go to you like, yo, I saw this video of like a freaking bird get his head cut off. Like, okay, like, why are you watching that? Yeah, I'm not trying to see that, bro. Like, is that your one cool fact of the day? Like, I'm not trying to be around you.
It's funny how that works. Like, on the Instagram Explore page, like, sometimes, like, I'll click on one really pretty girl. Yeah. And then next thing you know, the next time you're on the Explore page, zoom, the whole thing. It's like,
it'd be OD.
It really does reflect exactly what you look at and who you follow.
What you seek. Seek you. Somebody told me that on Discord yesterday. They're like, what you seek is just going to seek you, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think... I don't know. I don't think there's any, like... Aside from being able to, like, do what we do, there's so many negatives of social media. Like, it's so much better to just live normally. You know, like,
because when you disconnect and you just like, you sort of take a bath in just goodness, like, just walking around, you just see good stuff. You're just like, yo, like, this is what life is. This is what's around me. Yeah. Like, those comments online aren't around me. Like, you chose to really let it affect you that way. That's like Stoic Beats. He would probably say that, because that's like a Stoic, like, I don't know. It's like a Stoic saying. It's a part of Stoicism. Like, are you going to let this thing conquer you? Like, you saw something depressing on the internet. Are you going to let it conquer you, or are you going to conquer it and just not let it affect you? Like, don't be conquerable. Don't let that stuff affect you. Exist outside of that. Like, yo, I'm going to do something great regardless of all this negative stuff I just saw, and it's going to be successful. And when it happens, that's you win and you learn a lesson. You're like, bro, don't let that bad stuff like really get in your head, because it doesn't really work unless you let it work on you. Yeah,
you gotta let it in.
You let it in,
and it eats you alive.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And don't be so like, people are so like, I don't know, like dogma. You know what dogma is? That's like old information that people just say is true because it's like old, and like it's just one of those things like, oh, it worked before, like this will perform this way because it was like that before, like dogma, like old beliefs. Don't subscribe to dogma, bro, because that'll keep you in the past. For real, keep
instead of moving
back.
Forward. Yeah, you gotta like come up with those. Like, there has to be new beliefs. You have to kind of like pioneer that.
Make it, bro, because like nobody knows what's gonna happen. Like, when you really learn historically, people have been wrong about predicting the future. It makes life so much more like less stressful. I'm serious. Historically, people are wrong about the future so much. It's ridiculous.
Well, I don't know. I feel like it's impossible to predict the future. Yeah, maybe like weather for like a week in advance, but like that, I don't know.
Well, not even that. Sometimes it's like fucking raining. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, we also live in Maryland. The weather changes every 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Now I've been coming to terms with the fact that it's like there's no more like destinations. Because, like, I'm sure you both have experienced it. Like, you set a goal. Like, okay, I want to hit 50,000 subscribers. Yeah. And then you hit that. and like you think that when you hit that, it's like, all right, I would have made it at that level. I'm good. Like I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, but like you never make it. So like the journey, instead of like speeding through it to reach something, enjoy that, and then whatever you reach from that, it's kind of like that's the fun part.
Yeah.
Like having fun, like waking up every day and making a beat, that should be fun, not like a means to an end.
Yeah. Definitely, bro. Like sometimes you gotta, cause I feel like people sort of grieve, like in a way, like maybe their sadness or whatever.
Yeah.
And it could be in different ways. Like sometimes I'll see people in the mall, like just buying stuff, and it's like, yo, people be there every day. It could be the same person every day just buying stuff. Like, why are you just buying so much stuff? Like, do you really care about it, or you just like, is it your rounds? Like, hey, if it brings you happiness, hey, whatever. But like, some people just sort of do it just mindlessly because it's like they want to get off of what's like troubling.
That's
them.
you gotta face that's how they cope.
You gotta face it, bro.
It's the same thing with like drugs and all that.
Yeah, anything.
Like, hey, drinking and drugs, they're cool, but like
crack.
But if you're using them to like escape where you're in,
I mean, anything, bro. It could be video games. It could be whoever you're having sex with. It could be whatever, bro.
Yeah,
it could be anything. Like,
it's a good point.
It could be somebody out here that eats apples when they're stressed and like are freaking addicted to apples. Like, it could be anything, bro. And
there's 7 billion other people. Like, I think there's one person who's probably having an apple problem.
Yeah, like he's like, bro, I'm addicted to these freaking Granny Smith apples. To his therapist. But no, it's just it's life, bro.
Yeah,
you'll get over it if you want to. And that's what it is.
It's hard to see that though in the moment.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll think like,
that's why when
it feels like this shit is never gonna end, man.
That's why when you see bad stuff, bro, like that's their life.
Yeah,
you could be happy seeing that, like, yo, I'm glad I don't feel this way. For real, because like if they want to get better, they will. They could change their life if they want to.
I was reading something the other day, and it went into like the shit you're stressing about right now is not going to even cross your mind in 3 months from now.
Bro, yeah, I was stressing about some stuff like a week ago or something, and sometimes I document when I go through stuff, even if it's so painful in the moment.
That's good.
Yeah, that's I'll write it down.
Like a journal?
Okay. Like I have like a super small notebook. Like it's like a drawing thing.
Like one of those little, like I got that little.
Yeah, because I don't like the lines. Like I just sort of like just the bare paper.
Yeah.
So like I'll go back and I'm like, yo, like I was stressing so much. Like I just laugh at it. Like, bro, I was really going through it back then. And it's like I was going through it with that one situation, and now I don't even go through it no more. Like I laugh at it now.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Do you think there's? Oh, you go ahead.
I think about that. Well, I think about life kind of now, like as like waves, right? So like, you know, shit goes down, realize you're there, and then when shit goes up, also realize you're there.
Yeah.
So you can take that experience and it'll help you in the future.
Help you find that that balance to where you're straight either way.
Yep.
Yeah. Like,
because you know what it's like up here, you know what it's like down here.
You want to be straight. You're gonna be happy either way. Like
I like the weather's like a perfect example of waves in life, because it's like maybe not like in LA because it's only sunny. But like here, like we'll have 70-degree days, and then 2 days later it's cloudy, raining, and 35 degrees. And it's like it makes me like appreciate those moments a lot more. Same with music. I'll have moments where I'm like, damn, I'm him, like I'm on top of the fucking world, and then moments when you don't have that.
It's about finding that like happiness in either one.
Yes.
Like rain, sleet, snow, hail. Like, bro, I'm gonna be great.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Mr. Mailman.
Yeah, the mailman. Yeah,
he coming.
USPS, bro. Like,
let's go.
Either way, you're gonna be United States Postal Service.
No, like
no. I mean, like
they'll deliver
the mailman. I know what the fuck USPS.
No, they'll deliver like in the rain and the snow and all that shit. Oh. Yeah, like you'll always see the mailman out there.
Not on Christmas.
I'm not talking about holidays.
Everybody
I'm talking about the weather.
Yeah. Not on Christmas.
Christmas is the one universal holiday. Actually, no. Some people work on Christmas.
Yeah. Dang. What's your favorite food?
Who, me?
Yeah, what you like to eat?
Sushi.
For real, what's your favorite? Sushi.
Recently, I've been talking about this place for weeks.
Yeah.
I went to New York to visit Stoic.
Uh-huh.
And he took me to this place called Kazunori in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Bro, it was, all right, here's how it works. So you like, it's this like dark bar, like never would have really known it was there. And like, it's long as fuck. You sit down at the bar and you pick like an option, and it's hand rolls.
Uh-huh.
So like you get like a drink, and then they slowly bring you out these rolls. So like it's just seaweed with like rice and then a really, really good piece of like fish.
Yeah.
And they bring them out like slowly. So it's like timed. It's like you're there for like an hour, but you don't eat that much.
Yeah.
Bro, I've been thinking about it since I went.
Yo,
So good.
No, that's great, bro. Like,
what about y'all? Favorite food?
I've been eating at this one restaurant. I haven't eaten there in a minute. I might get something today. I might get some after this podcast right now.
Think about food.
There's this place in Baltimore, bro. Like I rave about it so much. It's called Taste This. It's like a it's a soul food restaurant, bro. It's so good. I typically get the salmon. It's like this plate of like salmon rice, and then you get like 2 sides.
Damn.
I get like cabbage and like macaroni. Like yo, it's so good.
sounds
Bro.
so
Is it more like a takeout spot or what?
It is takeout.
Yeah.
You can dine in. It's like they got some seats and everything, tables, but I just take out.
Is it like seared salmon?
You could get Hennessy salmon, like I think it's called like Hennessy glaze or whatever.
Wow.
Or stuffed. I get it stuffed.
Stuff with what?
It'll be like crab meat. Yeah. It's super good, bro.
What?
How about you? What's yours? Yeah.
Shit, I don't even know, bro.
Damn.
You gotta have one. Come on.
So favorite dish is, so my mom makes this fire ass beef stew.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So every time she makes that, I'm like, yo,
What's in the beef stew?
it's
Obviously
like
beef. But
beef,
Mhm.
potatoes, carrots, celery, and just like stew with the rice. It's good. Nice home cooked meal.
You guys are making me hungry.
Yeah. I was thinking about food, bro. But yeah, back to life.
Yeah,
It's about moments like that.
Yeah.
It's about moments where you're just like, I love beef stew.
Yeah.
It's not
Facts.
about getting caught up in the.
Food makes me really happy.
Yeah,
I
like,
love eating at like a good restaurant.
Yeah.
It's like one of the, what are those things called? Novelties of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That people don't really get anymore.
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because people just like eat at home, get takeout.
Mhm.
Like people, I feel like people, like we talked about this. Like, I'm curious on your view on this. Is like, we were saying how one of the driving factors of starting this project is people are so to themselves now. Like they don't get interactions like this.
Yeah,
they don't talk to
definitely.
people.
And it's like sort of reduced heavy.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like as time goes on, like it's like
Everything is on your phone.
Yeah.
and it's just getting back to that. I was talking to what's his name? Micro. He's a DJ. He's like Snots DJ. I was actually talking to him about this because he has this like I don't know if it's like a project, a company or what, but he wants to have like these music experiences with hip hop. Like I just see an EDM, it'll be like an EDM artist. They'll like come out and they'll turntables DJ and they'll perform their music to a crowd, like like a DJ. And he's like, yo, hip hop doesn't really have that. Like he's trying to bring that social aspect, like
Yo,
that
that's
music.
a really
like
good
he's
point.
doing it, and he has this show in New York, like on the 25th of March. I might pull up
Oh
to
shit!
it.
I would be in New York on the 25th.
Yeah, I might pull up to it.
Damn, yeah, if you're there,
I'm gonna
bro,
see
I'll
the
go.
flyer for it because I called him. I was like, yo, I think I might
Yeah, if you're there, I'm gonna be there with Stoic.
Yeah,
maybe
nah,
we all go.
hey,
that would be
crazy.
fun. Yeah,
record and all that.
yeah.
But it's supposed to be a show. Like it's gonna be mad people there. Like
Dude.
a lit ass DJ show, bro. Like
That's
like
a
rap
good
music.
point though. How like there's no, cause like, I don't know. As a music like connoisseur and someone who makes music, I love just listening to beats.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, every morning or not every morning. Like after I do all like my beat making, I'll go to like my subscriptions and listen to all my friends' beats.
Yeah.
Cause it's like really nice. It's like what is everyone else making?
Yeah, it's cool.
And it's interesting how like there's no performance for a producer.
Yeah.
There should be.
Yeah,
Bro.
yeah, break that down. So you're saying it's like an EDM show, but
So
for hip hop?
like in EDM, there's like typically the performances will be the person who maybe like made the song.
Like a DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And rap music, it's not really that. Like for rap, there'll be a DJ who is like setting up the playlist for their performance in the back. So he's like sort of just saying, yo, the DJs should have a place where they get to perform and like it's live and everyone is just like a part of the experience. Like
Yeah.
he was telling me how he had this one show, I forgot where, I think Miami, and like he just had mad people on the stage. Like he said, like everybody's like on the stage is like lit, like just on the floor, like be a part of the music. Because like
Yeah. sometimes
at shows, bro, it's just like it depends on where you're at, but sometimes it get just people just standing around or
Yeah, that's
just
facts.
getting pictures. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I really do like just the camera aesthetic. Like for shows, like mad lights everywhere, but sometimes people just sort of are just there and they're just like observing the show. Like he wants
Yeah.
it to be more of like a lively, like you're experiencing,
Like
you're
almost
part
like a
of
party.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I know,
Yep,
I
that's
know
what he said. Yeah.
I feel like that's how like in the early days of hip hop,
Yeah.
that New York scene, like,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
it was like
Okay,
DJs
yeah.
were just starting to fucking put like
Yeah.
actual hip hop on their turntables, and it was like like,
yep.
Okay, like everyone's kind of jamming, partying. Like, it was a small niche.
Yep. And that's what he's trying to do. And like, I really like that idea because like that's what I believe music needs.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, especially and especially what I put out. Like, that's what I'm cultivating. Like something where it's like, yo, like you're a part of this. Like you're making great music. Like you're a part of like a generation. Like,
bro, me and I don't know if you remember that Backstage Pass video thing I did, like the cave style YouTube series. Yeah. That guy who filmed that, we've been talking like for like a year, and we want to do it this summer. Yeah, like putting on like a music festival where it's just like there's like producers are like doing like DJ things like you just said. Yeah, like artists like local in Maryland.
That's what people need, bro.
Yeah, it needs to be more like. I think we need more of that like that group scene. Yeah, not just everyone in their own apartment like making beats. Like we gotta get back to
bring them together.
Because that like spark, it could be one performance, bro. I remember I didn't even talk about this. Like 2018. I was at Astroworld, right?
Oh, and I'm jealous.
My like Travis Scott's first show was in Baltimore, and my girlfriend passed out, and we went backstage, right? And she was all good. They gave her some water and everything. Yeah. And back there, bro, it was just crazy. Like it was like Gunna back there, like we said what's up to Gunna. Like Kylie Jenner was back there. Like it was mad artists, bro. Like it was just crazy. And I was like, when I was there. That was one moment that really sparked me, like, yo, music is really something that, like, you can do. Like, that's what really sparked me to, like, continue. I think I was way more consistent after that day.
Bro, it sounds crazy, but you know Travis Scott's documentary, Look Mama I Can Fly on Netflix? I've seen it 10 times.
Dang.
Bro, I watched it again this weekend.
Yeah.
I like, whenever I'm, like, in this weird, like phase, I watch that and I just, it can make me thrive for, like, weeks. Yeah. Just that inspiration you get from, like, seeing people create. Yeah, it's like you said, concerts.
That's what I'm saying. Like with these things, like it could initiate that spark that people like that someone don't even know they need it, and they grow way more than they thought possible.
It's so important that we have those things. But I feel like I don't want to say we don't do them as much, but we definitely don't do them as often.
It needs to come back. It's sort of like rebuilding itself after like post COVID. Like because before, bro, like I remember when I had like 20K, 15K, I was invited to like all types of shows. Like I was about to go to New York, like do all types of stuff. That was at 20K. And then COVID hit, and now it's sort of, like I'm 100K plus now.
And those opportunities don't come as frequently.
They're there. Yeah. But it's like, I can sense that it's rebuilding. Yeah. But it's not quite where it was in 2019, because like I had way less subs, invited to crazy stuff, and now it's sort of just coming a bit more and more. And I think this summer, I really think this will be one of the first summers where it doesn't feel as constricted. Cause
I'm excited.
Yeah, because before it was like COVID, like, capacity guidelines, but now it seems like it's sort of getting there to where it was before.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like we were Stoic had this DJ set, which is cool. It's kind of like relates to what you were saying. Yeah. He like it was this called Sunset Sessions. Yeah. It's like this small like group of guys who like put on the show in Malibu on like this edge of a cliff. Yeah. And it's like
I saw the
you saw the pictures, and that's what he did. Like he got asked to DJ there. And instead of like playing like a normal DJ set like with music, he just straight played his beats. Yeah, and it was like it was so cool to watch because it was like
that's what
like
it's about.
That's what we are as producers. We are artists. Like that's it.
That's what it's about.
We just don't sing or rap on our beats. You know, sometimes
that life, bro. Like that's what it is. Like about that life experience. Like believe it or not, I haven't heard my beats live yet. Not at all. Like I think maybe the first. I've
seen videos.
Show. Yeah. I'm gonna be at this show in March because Eames coming here.
Oh, Eames Triplin?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I got a song I produced for him. Me and Matthias produced it called Bounce Back, and I think he'll perform it. So that'll be the first time I heard any of my beats live.
Really?
I didn't get to, bro. Like I was supposed to go to Rolling Loud, like just like I think like on the stage, like I was supposed to be on the stage, like. And I missed my flight for it. To hear my beats for it. And I was like, bro.
Wait, so bro, didn't you? Because you did Who Do I Trust, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw a video of Snot literally like playing that song, and it looked fucking live.
I haven't seen any of I have so many clips of like festivals going crazy to my beats, bro, and I haven't heard any of my beats live yet. Like
that's a good point. I've never heard my beats live either.
Yeah, like I hope to. I know I'm gonna do it this year. I'm gonna hear it live for sure.
Damn,
because there's like a goal in mind. Like I'm like, bro, I'm gonna hear a beat of mine live. I remember saying it last year. Like I was like, bro, I'm gonna hear a beat of mine next year. I don't care what happens. Like I'm hearing it. Like I think
that Eames Triplin one. If that's your first, that'll be a good like.
Fire, because it'll be
I feel like he's gonna put on a hell of a show.
Yeah, it'll go crazy.
I love his aesthetic and his image.
Yeah, like bro, it's gonna go crazy for sure,
bro. Would you get into that like DJing thing? Like, would you?
Yeah, I think it's great as a producer. Like, I definitely have to learn, but I feel like it'll come to me.
Yeah, do you have a turntable or no?
Nah.
Yeah, I thought about ordering one.
Yeah, the last time I messed with my girlfriend, her dad is a DJ.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I was messing around with his, and I was getting it pretty fast. Like,
yeah.
You sort of got to catch, like, you got to really catch the bounce stuff when you're, like, cueing songs and stuff.
Well, I feel like it's all crowd reading.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, like, oh, people are feeling this. Like,
yeah.
Because you are putting on a show, and if nobody's bobbing their head or having a good time,
yeah,
probably doing something wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
like, bro, that life to music, that's what's needed. And I see it going in that direction.
Yeah.
And that's why I see what we're doing. I see it blowing up way more, like, going past what people thought was a ceiling.
It's an interesting perspective, because I always thought that I was like, damn, I feel like I'm getting towards the end of this.
Yeah,
but like I've never looked at it that way. Like, we have to make the new ceiling.
Bro,
we have to keep pushing those boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I saw a video of, like, the baby, like, performing in China, and, like, the crowd was going crazy. Like, rap music, like, from the U.S., like, in China, like, you know, it's like an export at this point. Like,
yeah,
rap music is like a U.S. export that's, like, booming and growing. That's why I'm like, bro, like, we are at the top. Like, I mean, like, we are at the tip. Like, this isn't even the top yet. Like,
yeah,
and it's so much, abundance, and we're not even at the top yet. Like,
yeah, and honestly, when you think about time frame, 3 years in, that's such a fraction of your life.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like, we got a lot more to accomplish.
Mm-hmm. And it's just about actively doing that, because some people maybe lay back and just, you can't get comfortable.
Yeah,
as long as you keep moving, bro, you're gonna be straight.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
you got to keep yourself on your toes. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I want to ask one more question, and then we're gonna wrap this up.
All right, bet.
It's a quick one.
Yeah.
What's out of all the shit you've worked on? What's your favorite
Like, song,
artists you've worked with?
Maybe
you're just your favorite record.
I'm so, like, in the now, bro. I've been working with Lil Guapo, like, so heavy. Like,
okay,
I'm loving the stuff we dropping, because it's new wave. Like, nobody's on that timing, bro.
So that's kind of where your head's at.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But all the stuff I got in the past, I love it. Each one, I love it all.
Yeah.
Like, it's like kids, bro. Like, you can't love a kid more than the other. That's how I really treat my placements for real. So it's like, I love them all.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
For me, I like placements where the song's good. I don't really care who it is.
Yeah.
I just want a good record.
Heck yeah. There's some songs like that that are super low key that I like.
Yeah.
Like, I'll probably repost them on my SoundCloud or whatever. But yeah, like.
Yeah, I'll find songs with like 50, 60,000 plays, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Wild.
You be like, woo.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm glad I found this.
Heck yeah. But
well, shit. Anything you want to add before we roll out of here?
Anything I want to add? You can follow me on socials.
Yeah, give it to him.
Yeah, it's at Donnie Katana. So, like, DONNIE and then KATANA, like, all one word, on, like, everything except for TikTok. Cause on TikTok it's Donnie Katana with 2 A's. Yeah, I don't even use TikTok, but hey,
yeah, I don't need.
That's it. If you're watching this, be a real person. If you're doubting yourself, keep going, bro. Like, just be real with yourself and really reflect off of what you're doing and see why you're not where you want to be. I know you will find something that you know you could be doing better, and you'll get better at it, and you'll reach where you want to go. Just keep going and be real with it.
Yeah,
just be a real person.
That's
all I say. Be real.
There's no better way to end.
You'll do great.
On that note.
If you working hard, bro, you're doing great. It don't matter.
Hell yeah.
You're great.
I love that.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's
be
amazing.
Great. Like, I'm great. You're great. We're all great if you're being great.
If you're trying your best every morning.
Heck yeah, just keep going, bro.
That's it. Hell yeah.
It'll know good. Just keep going. That's it, man. That's a podcast, man.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Thank you for coming.
Let's go.
Thanks, man. That was amazing.
Thanks, man.
Hell yeah. That's it.
Let's go.